Let's keep looking at some more problems here. So I'm going to start with square root of 18 over 25. So I'm going to split this one up to square root of 18 over square root 25. Then I'm going to see if some things will cancel. So I'm going to work with 18 first. I want to split that up, and I'm going to make it 9 times 2, because I know that 9 is a perfect square. And I already know that the square root of 25 is just 5. So now, since I know that the square root of 9 is 3, that puts a 3 in front of the radical. So my answer is 3 square root 2 over 5. Another way you could write this is 3/5 the square root of 2. Either way would be acceptable. Okay, let's do this one. Square root of 72 over 6. I want to try to break up 72 so that I can get some perfect squares and some prime numbers. So 72, I'm going to make 9 times 8. 9 I'm going to keep because it's a perfect square. 8 I'm going to factor again. I'm going to do 2 times 4 over 6. So I know that the square root of 9 is 3, so that puts a 3 out front. I know that the square root of 4 is 2, so that puts a 2 out front. And all that's left on the inside is the square root of 2. And then on the bottom I have a 6. So I have 6 square root 2 over 6. And since this 6 is outside the radical and that 6 is outside the radical, they cancel. So my answer is square root of 2. Okay, look at the next one. This one is 3 square roots of 16 over 25. So since this is the number 3, and 3 can be written as 3 over 1, when I simplify this, I'm going to put 3 and square root of 16 together on the top, and on the bottom, just the square root of 25. Now I'm ready to simplify. The square root of 16 is 4, so the 4 that I put out on the outside, I'm going to multiply by the 3 that's already out there. And the square root of 25 is 5. So my answer is 12 over 5. I'll do 2 more here. So I'm going to start by separating this out. The negative can go with the top or bottom. It doesn't matter. I'm going to leave it with the top. So I have negative square root 90 over square root 72. So I'm going to start factoring. I noticed that 90 is 9 times 10, and 10 is 2 times 5. Keeping the 9 because it's a perfect square. 72 is 9 times 8, and 8 is 2 times 4. Now, I know what the square root of 9 is, it's 3, but I also see that I have a 9 under the radical in the numerator and a 9 under the radical in the denominator. So those are going to cancel. I also notice that I have a square root of 2 in the numerator and a square root of 2 in the denominator. Excuse me, so those are going to cancel. And then I notice that the square root of 4 is 2. So I have a 2 that comes outside. Nothing left on the inside. So in the denominator, I'm not even going to have a radical symbol. So my answer is negative square root 5 over 2, because that's all that was down here. So there's my answer. If I were you on these next several videos, I would look at the problem, pause the video, try it yourself, then come back and watch the video and see how you did. So try that on this one. Okay, hopefully you've tried this. I'm going to split this up. I'm going to try to think of perfect squares. And I know that 75 is 25 times 3. And I know that the square root of 36, I don't even have to write that one, that's just going to be 6. Square root of 25 is 5. So my answer would be 5 square root 3 over 6.